So we've got the Action 4 and the Action 5 together. Today, we're gonna kind of do a part 2 to my previous video. And this time, we're gonna do what we can, at least at my best ability. We're gonna do some color grading to try to see if the Action 5 can look a little bit better, because a lot of you thought the Action 4 did better with the color production. And let's do this. Yo, traveling on back with another video. If you've been following my channel for the last month, I was in the States, in the Midwest and the Southeast. But today I am back in Seoul, South Korea. Arrived 3 days ago to a nippy 0 degrees Celsius. But, you know, here I am, dedicated to provide you some good content on the DJI Action 5 Pro and the DJI Action 4. This time we are going to try to do the best we can to do manual modes. I'm going to throw up the settings that I'm going to be utilizing. I am going to stick with the 1/200, 1/1/8000 on the 4K 60, and we'll see how we can do on the color grading. I'm kind of hoping that we can do the DJI Action 5 Pro some love, because a lot of you really did like the DJI Action 4 and the color production it was getting. But that was without any color grading. I did throw on the DJI LUTs, the LUTs that DJI provides for the D-Log-M, but this time I will do my best attempt at color grading to get the Action 5 Pro looking a little bit better. So without further ado, folks, let's get this started. All right, folks, so here we go. We've got the DJI Action 5 Pro and the DJI Action 4. Because it is a pretty bright day with no clouds in the sky, I did go with a minus 0.7 exposure value, but let's go ahead and try this out. This is just walking with the point of view. Now, I am going to color grade this like I mentioned, so that way we will get to see if we can make the DJI Action 5 Pro just look a little bit better than I did in the previous test. Yeah, the previous test in South Carolina. And this time with the color grading, now granted, this will take a little bit more time if you do want to color grade, but as long as you record in D-Log-M, apply the DJI LUTs for each particular camera, and then color grade with whatever is going to work best for you, whether it's Final Cut, DaVinci, or Premiere, Adobe, that'll be up to you. So how is this looking, folks? All right, so I wanted to show you all what I actually did for color adjustments on the Action 4 and the Action 5 Pro. So I did have to bump up the exposure on the Action 4 a lot more compared to the Action 5, which makes sense because when I did the Action 4 and 5 comparison prior to color adjustment in my last video, the Action 5 was definitely brighter and the Action 4 was a bit darker. So it makes sense that I had to bump up the exposure to try to make it look pretty comparable. But yeah, and then the mid-tone warmth I had to bring down on the Action 4. But this is kind of what I did. Now, of course, I am an amateur when it comes to color grading, but I did want to show you all what I did for color grading. All right, so I'm not sure if I would categorize this as bonus footage, but I did want to kind of talk a little bit with you all and just kind of take you with me, but also do additional more comparisons with going back to the D-Log-M. This is 10-bit flat profile, the D-Log-M profile. And yeah, I kind of wanted to just take us through different lighting scenarios and see how the color grading is going to do as we go through different scenarios. That way you'll get a true understanding of how these cameras are going to go with kind of a vlog style. Let me flip our view here, and we're just going to wait for the light to turn. But how is this performing? You can see that the sun here, and then we'll just step out into the sun, see how that does. All right. Man, I'll tell you what, it is so good to be back in Seoul, South Korea. I missed it tremendously, and so much happened when I was gone. So in mid-November, I think Seoul broke a record in terms of the biggest snowfall for the month of November. So I love snow, and sadly, I was not here for a record snowfall in the month of November here in Seoul. So that was a huge bummer. And then another issue, I mean, we put ourselves on the map, my country, Korea, because of the whole situation with the declaring of martial law. You know, I don't like talking politics, so I won't go too much into it. But yeah, that was definitely it's not unprecedented in Korea, but it hadn't happened for over 40 years. And it caused quite a stir internationally. And even this coming Saturday, it is, they're gonna do another vote to see how they're gonna respond with our current president. So yeah, and I was not here for that either. So yeah, a lot happened when I was gone. So I miss not being in my country. For those of you who don't know, I am a Korean citizen, but I also am a United States of America citizen. I am a dual citizen, and I got that privilege. Oh, let me flip the cameras around again. So I just wanted to continue showing you all the different scenarios. Anyway, I got that privilege because I was adopted, and I never got to rescind my citizenship when I was adopted at the age of 3. So Korea passed a law, I believe it was in 2012, where it allowed Korean adoptees to come back to Korea to claim their citizenship. And so I was able to come back to Korea, claim my citizenship, and now I'm a dual citizen. And some people were worried about me because they're like, Adam, you're gonna have to go into the army. But yeah, that's not an issue because they're not gonna take this old man. When I came to Korea 6 years ago, I was 45. So yeah, way past the age of army requirements. But anyways, how is this looking, folks? I do have it, like I said, in minus 0.7 EV. So this could be a little dark, especially being in this shadows, but wanted to show you all really what you can get out of color grading both your Action 4 and your Action 5. But yeah, it is so nice to be back. I was like literally smiling. Let me just go back to selfie mode since there's a lot of people coming. I was literally smiling all the last couple of days just being back in Korea. Oh man, I missed it so much. But and I can't wait to see a lot of my family and friends at church, and excited to see them. It feels like it's been so long, so it'll be good to see them. Anyways, how are you all doing? Here I am just talking about myself, rambling on. How's the weather where you guys are at? When I was in South Carolina and Georgia, I was like getting spoiled because the weather was so nice. And I found that, even though I mentioned I like snow a lot, I found that as I'm getting older, man, my body just gets cold a lot faster and a lot easier. So I actually have found that I really enjoy Korean summers. The humidity, the heat. I like the Korean summers much better than the Korean winters. And the winter technically hasn't even begun. So I'm in for a long 3 months, I'll tell you what. But One thing is, I'm excited though, because I did get some upgrades while I was in the States. And I'm excited to do some more filming in my studio. That will be exciting because with the winter time, I don't know if I want to go out as much, but we'll see. We'll see. For those of you who aren't aware, I think I'm going to try to do a podcast. It won't be tied to the Traveling On channel, although I might do like a cross hybrid one where I'll post my first couple ones on the Traveling On channel and kind of segue any of you who might be interested to follow my podcast. I'll probably end up having to create another YouTube channel. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, should I make it a separate channel? I think I should. I think trying to do a video podcast on my main Traveling On channel would be a bit confusing. But yeah, I'm excited about trying it out. Let me know what you all think. I would appreciate your feedback on that. Yeah, this is my my local neighborhood market. Well, not yet. We're coming up to it. Let me go revert back to selfie mode. But yeah, it's just exciting to try. I've got a lot of new little upgrades I'm doing to the studio. So I'm excited to show you the final product on that. But I'm gonna have to learn a lot of different things. So it's gonna take a while to get the podcast completely up and running. But we'll get there. You know, learning new things is gonna keep this old man young. So I'm excited to do that. You guys have any Christmas plans coming up? Anybody traveling anywhere? We've got some friends of ours, and they're going to be visiting us in December, but they come from a much warmer climate. So it's going to be interesting to see how they fare in the cold weather. But hopefully they pack appropriately. But I guess they could always just buy clothes here in Korea. Yeah, so we're going to be visiting some people who are visiting us, and excited to have them stay with us. But we're not going anywhere for Christmas. Thankfully, we've been gone for a month, so I'm kind of needing to stay home for a while and enjoy Christmas in Korea. Really hoping for a white Christmas, especially with that teaser of snow that Korea got in November. Do you all like snow? Even though I'm older, and maybe some of you are older, there's just something about snow that just makes us be childlike. Makes us kind of like remember the days when we were kids and we would wake up and listen to, at least for me, I would listen to the radio and find out if we had school canceled, and good times, good times. But yeah, I really enjoy the snow. I don't like the cold, but I enjoy the snow. But yeah, here is my market. I don't know if I could ever live in Korea not living near a fresh fruit and seafood market. And this actually, where I live, this is one of the better known markets in Korea. It's not very busy right now because it's not prime time, but yeah, it's good to be back. Yesterday I went and did a bunch of shopping, got all my fruits and vegetables for the coming week. Love going back to my routine. I think that's the biggest thing when you travel, is that you get out of your routine. So it's so nice to be back in it. You know, I don't know about all of you, but when we travel and go on vacation, the general consensus is that you gain weight, right? But the craziest thing is, the day after we got back, I weighed myself, and I usually weigh myself religiously every day, but we didn't have a scale in America. But I came back to Korea and I weighed myself, and I was completely shocked because I lost weight. So I lost about a pound, and I also lost fat percentage. So I've been hovering around like 12.5% body fat. Now this is my electronic scale that does that. I'm sure it's not very accurate, but at least I use that as the baseline, right? And I got back from Korea 3 days ago, and I weighed myself, and I said that I lost body fat. So I ended up recording 11% body fat. So I lost over a percent of body fat on my vacation, which is crazy. I wish I would have eaten better, but I don't know what it was, but I kind of lost my appetite in America. I know I did show you guys that one time in my last video where I partook in soda, but the funniest thing is I never got to drink Mountain Dew, and I never ended up eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which is like crazy. But the funny thing is the whole time I was there, like I kept on saying like, yeah, I should get Flamin' Hot Cheetos and Mountain Dew and make a video about it. But every time I would go to the grocery store, I would see it in the aisles, and I'm like, ugh, that doesn't even sound good. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I really kind of regret not doing it. But now that I'm back in Korea, I'm hoping to gain a little weight, eating more consistently. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling on. How is the video looking? Of course, I am gonna have to subsequently color grade this, and that'll not be a fun endeavor since I'm kind of a rookie at this. But let me just revert back to here and show y'all what I see. But I think I'm going to end this video. But what you love about these vendors, they got the hot food, all this like tasty street food during the winter time. Anyways, I think I'm gonna close this out. I've walked this route before, and it's nice to kind of, I mean, I walked this route with you all before, but now the sun is directly behind me. This is a good test to end with to see how it's exposing the face with the D-Log M. But anyways, let me close this out now. I really appreciate you guys checking out the video. I hope this comparison with the color grading gave you a little bit better of an idea on what you're going to get out of these amazing action cameras. You know, and I know a lot of people, you know, think action cameras and you can only use it for action, but I think the creators like DJI and GoPro and Insta realize how we love to use small cameras to vlog with. But anyway, I'm gonna head out now. Hope you all are doing well. God bless. Keep traveling on. Peace.